All right, guys, this is Scott and the Shot podcast. This little episode I'm going to talk about right now is drugs. Now you see me taking my shots at why I sit here and do this podcast for you, and you guys see me smoke some weed. And at this stage of my life, and it's been like that for a long time. I could take or leave anything. I don't have to. I've never had to have. Honestly, I never had to have anything. Honestly, but except for one. You know, I've done in my life. I've done meth. I've done coke. I've never done heroin. I've never done fentanyl. I used to be on pain meds because I fell off a couple roofs, and I'm not even on those anymore. I never abused them, but I walked away from pain management because they started talking to everybody like they're addicts. Well, I don't let anybody call me an addict when I'm not, so I walked away from pain management. I don't need your pain pills if it's like that. If you're not helping me out because I need help with my pain, and you're gonna just chalk me off as an addict, then I don't need your pills. But the only real drug that I was really ever addicted to for a long time when I was young is marijuana. My whole life I've been watching people try to legalize marijuana, even though it was easy to get for the most part without it being legal. And the problem I have with it is the premise of their whole of the way they got it legalized. They sat there. If I had a dime for every person that I've ever heard say it's non-addicting, my friends out there, I'm telling you, every Democrat, every white person, every black person, and anybody that's ever smoked weed, knows what I'm talking about here. When my whole life in high school, since ninth grade, I used to have a bunch of friends, and we were all little stoners. We would meet before school. I had my driver's license and a car at 16 years old. So, because my dad, he wasn't rich, but he took care of his kid. You know, he made sure that I had the same things that all the other kids were having at that age in school. I had it's like 3 or 4 different cars in school. My dad would buy them. They weren't real expensive cars, but back in the 80s they were for a used car. You know, $2,500 for a kid to have a used car back in the 1982, 81. That's a lot of money. So anyway, me and my friends would meet at Montlake Park. It's in Mose Lake, Washington. We used to meet at Montlake Park. It's right down the road from the school, from high school and the junior high. And we'd meet there in our cars. And between the four of us, one of us would always have weed. So we'd meet there at like 7:15 in the morning. We get high for half an hour and then bust our ass to school and go to school. Okay, then break would come along, and that's in between when you start school. The first break in between lunch. Then we go out on break and we smoke weed in one of whoever's got the weed in their car. Then at lunch, we'd run to lunch, run in our car, went to someplace to eat, and we're smoking weed all the way there and back. You know, and after school we meet, smoke weed, go. And I always had a job all through high school. I had a job at 15 years old. I worked at Godfather's Pizza for 3 years all through high school. I was high at Godfather's. I mean, and back in those days, you don't know what I wanted. I mean, I'd do a lot of crazy stuff to get a bag of weed at 18 years old, at 16 and 17 years old. I mean, so this whole premise that it's not bad for you, not harmful to your kids, it should just be all legalized. That is the most lying, falsest statement that any real person could ever say. It's very harmful. Just like smoking cigarettes is very harmful. You know, and so that is, you know, another reason why I'm doing this podcast, people, is because I went and had a low dose a CT on my lungs. I have 2 nodules in my right lung, and they came out level 2. What do they call it? Benign. They're stage 2 benign, so they're not active yet, but they will become active, and that all stems from 30, 40 years of smoking weed, 20 years of smoking cigarettes. I didn't even start smoking until I was 25. Stopped at about 45. I mean, you know, all this stuff is bad for you. Now I still smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I haven't done the other drugs in a long, long time. I mean, not because I had to quit. I wanted to quit, you know, because it's just, as you get older, you know, staying up a long time and working just didn't fit for me no more. I married a woman I love. It was always just a party thing to me. And once I started getting responsibility with a wife and kids, I mean, I changed like you're supposed to. You know, like you're supposed to. My family had a problem with it, you know, because I partied, you know, but they never really lectured me on it because I always had a good job. I'm always a boss. I mean, I'm a stud. I mean, I go to work and get jobs. I get the job done. I show up on time. I'm the last one to leave. I mean, that's what's up, and it gets done right. I mean, not all people that party are drug addicts. I mean, hardcore drug addicts and losers. I mean, but I have lost some good jobs after a while because of you know, after you party, you know, for a long, long time, it all eventually catches up, and you need to get some sleep. But I mean, but I was a boss at all of them for a long time too. I mean, and but it's all bad. But to say that it's not addictive marijuana, oh stop it. It's so addicting because the age these kids are starting that on, they're so weak and impressionable. They think they're gonna live forever at that age, like I did. You think you got all the time in the world, you're gonna just it's just for now, but it's not. It goes on to other drugs. It is the first step in an illegal drug kid's ladder of failure for most kids. Because 95% of every druggie I've ever known, any partier, most of them, as time went on, they don't work. They're just a bunch of non-working, give me some stealing, free money wanting motherfuckers. Sorry about the language. So this is what I got to say to the black community, because that's what they're always talking about on TV nowadays. I mean, especially in this election cycle. Now they want to legalize marijuana for you. That's them wanting to keep you addicted. Now, if you're addicted, you're addicted. But every race has a bunch of addicts in it. So when they sit there and highlight the black people like that all the time, I think that's weird. Do you black people like being highlighted all the time like you're stupid? Like you're so impressionable? I mean, like you're such a drug addict? You don't deserve... I mean, I'm going to legalize marijuana for you, give you $20,000 free money. I mean, so all they think about you is you're even a lower drug addict than a fucking white person or something, honestly. Because they're not saying we're going to legalize it for the white people. They're saying we're going to legalize it for the black man. Wow. Man, I hope all you black men go out there and, I mean, in these neighborhoods, I challenge you. I want to see videos of you. I want to see all you black men gather up in spots in different cities and go, hey, Democratic Party, suck my dick. That's what they think of you. They think that you're nothing. And I'm sorry about how I say things in my personality, but that is how I am. And now when I'm out in public talking with ladies, and I don't even talk like this, not even a little bit. But this ain't about that. This is about me venting on my little show I'm trying to do here about all these lies and all this crazy shit. It's not addicting. Yeah, stop it. Anything that makes you feel good is addicting, you know? My number one addiction in life was pussy. I love women. Boom, there it is. I love women. I'm totally against all this other stuff, man. I mean, I'm a total heterosexual and I'm proud of it. I've had gay friends, and the ones I had I liked because they didn't press it on me. They didn't talk about it. I mean, it's not like they didn't say, in joking, they didn't say something, and I mean, I thought it was funny. I mean, but they're not lecturing me about it and voting on it. I mean, they're just homosexuals, or they're gay, or they're lesbian because that's how they are. Nobody taught them how to be that way, I don't think. I don't know, man. But anyway, this whole drug thing is a farce. They're lying to you. Watch your children's backs, man. I mean, try to tell them that anything that goes in your lungs that you're smoking is not good for you. And like I said, I got 2 nodules in my right lung. I mean, I'm on borrowed time, my friends. You know, but that's all right as long as I can do my podcast here a little bit and be with my wife before I die someday. And maybe somebody in the future will pull up this fucking stupid video and see what some of the people back in this idiotic period of time had their shit, didn't lose their fucking mind. I mean, about what's real in life, about real people, real problems. I mean, and stop making problems. I mean, start helping each other with real conversations about real things and not lie about it. Man, the lies anymore that people speak. I didn't live my whole life to become a damn adult to sit there and lie to people about any little thing and every little thing. I'm man enough to stand up on my own and take whatever comes my way. If I've done something or said something, I will take it. Because I'm an honest motherfucker. If I think you're a pussy, I'm gonna call. If I think you're stupid and you're out there trying to make me hear you're stupid, I'm gonna tell you you're stupid. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna talk to you in a street manner, and you're not gonna like it. Because I mean, listen to all this crazy weak talk, making us all like we're special ed. I mean, that pisses me off. But they got. I mean, so I'm telling you about this drug thing, people. And you black people, this is for you guys. Don't put up with it. I want to see you guys all gather together, the men of the black community, the men, and show your women and the rest of the world that you're not a special interest. Man, there's so many of you of the black race has been so successful, especially over the last 20 years. You guys are coming on. I like to see it. Because that means the world's going to get better if we can get rid of all this fucking shit that they want us to be, fighting against each other. Keep you down with drugs. Tell you that you're less than somebody else by giving you a special interest program. Free money that's illegal. I mean, that's non-constitutional, people. You can't sit there and pick out races of people to give money and not the other people. That's not right for anybody. I wouldn't take that damn money. I mean, get that away from me. Because that means they think you're just a weak person. I've never met any black guys I've ever thought were pussies. I mean, so come on, guys. Think about what these people are trying to tell you are. They're trying to tell you you're a bunch of fucking pussies. I mean, that you can't stand up and make choices on your own. Vote for them or you're not black. If you don't vote for them, obviously they think you're a Marxist, a fascist. You're just a black person that's not all there is what they say. That's what Obama just said. That's what Kamala Harris is saying. That's what all these CNN and MSNBC, ABC, CBS, that's what they're saying. I mean, all together like robots, like they do. Democratic Party called them and said, hey, let's start saying this, and they all did it, just like they always do. So I want to see the day where the black race just fucking looks at the Democratic Party for the first time and says, we've had enough of your guys' baiting with us, fucking with us, putting us down and treating us like we're less than everybody else. Man, I'm telling you right now, my problem in life has never been a bunch of black people or a bunch of men. It's been, honestly, the white people of this country, they're just losing their stupid minds and they're just dumb. I mean, making everybody feel less. I mean, I feel like a less of a man since they've been in office. I mean, shit. Until I didn't. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not a man. But anyway, that's what I got to say about it. So I hope somebody hears this video and thinks about what they're hearing on TV. And the black race, man, get past it, guys. Better get past that Democratic Party because they want you to stay exactly, not the ones that are taking care of business, but the ones that are having a hard time trying to find their way. They don't want you to. They don't want me to find my way. They don't want white people either. They want us all to just go cower and turn into weak people. But they're targeting the black race. I mean, your own people. Obama, the Democratic Party, Kamala. Man, they're targeting you guys. I mean, they're all over you guys. If you don't vote for them, you're not you. You're not black. You're not you. You got a problem. You're mean. You're evil. Just like they're saying about the Republican Party now. What part of that's so hard to see? It's really come out a lot over the last couple of days. Fucking Obama. He acts like he knows the plight that you guys are having in these cities. I mean, they don't know. The mayors don't help you out. I mean, Chicago. Oh my God, that new mayor of Chicago. What a joke. You guys thought you voted him in. You thought he'd be different than that last dumb lesbian lady that was there, the one who's so stupid. I mean, God, looking at her was hard to do. I mean, Lori Lightfoot, is that her name? Oh my God. Stop it. And then you replace him with a more liberal person who's going to let these migrants, illegal aliens come into your city, and the little bit of help you're getting, they get more. I mean, and then if you don't vote for them, then you're a fascist and you're not a real black person. I mean, how many times you got to get disrespected by these people before you realize that everything they're saying is just fucking bullshit? I mean, really. That's why they hate Donald Trump, because he's saying the things that I'm saying, and he said it first. He had the cojones to go on TV and try to run for president and call all this stuff out. But he's Hitler for calling it out. He's Hitler for thinking that this shit's wrong. Wow, I've never seen nothing like it. And all you little Democratic women, oh, she's so nice. We're gonna have a taco together. I mean, Julia Roberts. You see that joke? She's a joke. Ben Stiller. I can't. Every time I see these actors and singers get on TV and act like they're so much smarter than us, and then they sit there. I thought they were smart as they sit there going petting their legs like they're God, and they're idiots. They never done nothing. Everything that the Democratic Party's done in this presidential cycle with Biden and Harris has fucked this country up, and they're all, oh, it's so nice here. Oh, yeah, give me a break. Cracks me up, Julia Roberts. You should like her too. Not anymore. It's not that I don't like what. It's not so much. It is what she's saying, But watching them fondle and cry and you're saving democracy. Oh my God. I never thought these people were that stupid. And I'm going to say it again. Robert De Niro, fuck you. You got the biggest mouth I've ever heard. You need to go crawl in your little fucking hole. Sitting there putting us down the way you do. What I'm saying is wrong, honestly, to American citizens, but I'm tired of getting called all these names because I believe in a certain way. I'm tired of it. So, De Niro, you ain't nothing. All your tough little movies, you act like you're somebody. You ain't. All you are is a woman. Are you transgender? I think you are. I think you're some kind of little weird man. Stop it. I bet Joe Pesci had a hard time making movies with your dumb ass. I hope Joe Pesci ain't a Democrat. I mean, I love that guy too, but at least he's kept his mouth shut, acting like you guys matter, like Taylor Swift, like she matters. A girl who sings a bunch of little children's songs. I mean, I get googly over the Bee Gees, you know, Kiss, Ozzy, real bands, Taylor Swift. Stop it. Shake it. I mean, what kind of song is that? Stop it. They don't make love songs no more. They don't. I mean, everything's about hate. Because that's what they want. They don't want us loving each other no more. They don't want us having a loving family. They don't want us having loving our children or raising our children. I mean, they just want us all to be whatever it is they're trying to turn us into. I didn't say we're trying to make us into self-thinking little, non-self-thinking little monsters or robots. One of the two. Because the things I see you guys advocating for makes me think you guys are monsters. Donald Trump's a monster. Stop it. Anyway, that's this edition of Scott and the Shot podcast. And come on, black people, don't let these Democrats put you down like that no more. I don't hear any white people sitting there saying that crazy shit to you. Well, in the Democratic Party, I do. You don't hear no Republicans saying stuff like that. Let's go give them some fucking weed and keep them all high so they don't know any better. Stop it. All right, guys. Nothing but love. I mean, that's all I have for everybody. Just figure it out. Or I'm going to call you out for being stupid because there's no other way to explain it anymore except for stupidity.